red. I would only assume that Vamos probably also wants to go on the red side because, again, even when we look at statistic win rates, both teams have a higher win rate on red side compared to blue.
Something to note as well. Thank you for the production team bringing this up. The last time we saw a Joy mid was Troublemaker from Umbrella Squad during M5 Wildcard. That was M5 Wildcard. So that's quite a while ago, literally last year.
Oh boy, oh boy. Maybe that's where the inspiration came from. I mean, they're all from the same region, right? So information spreads quick.
And now Vamos is going to be on first pick. This time they ban out the Bruno. So maybe this is just, you know, they haven't gotten used to it yet. They haven't gotten used to Bruno's power spike and etc.
I suppose, but they're also banning out the glue. So I'm guessing that at least for Vamos, they want to make sure that even if they do have a tank EXP laner, they're not going to get punished too hard. I like the response because this is right after they get rid of the Phoveus from the side of Team Spirit. But now in this very final ban, it feels like there's too much to give away. We could say, yes, they could lean back into the Matilda once more since Vamos was pretty adamant on getting the Bruno the last time, and they could have gone for Suyo as well.
Yeah, I mean, you could go Blue Yo, take that CO up, or you could go the Cho route. Definitely have it to be able to flex to the XP or the roam position. I feel like right now, picking up the Marksman first pick, you can wait a little bit, right? I mean, you can get the Beatrix, you can get the Granger, you can get a Harith. You know, Nets likes to play a little bit more up close and personal. I don't feel like they have to rush this. I just think this is a great time to maybe go in for the mid laner, but they're going to go in for Blue Yo. So CO is going to be in the jungle for Vamos.
Maybe it's to make one shot a little less comfortable. I mean, he was technically, in terms of clear speed, doing a much better job at clearing his camps in comparison to GB on a Hayabusa, but that's just the nature of the hero.
Wow, okay, now I feel old. This will be Sao's 62nd game.
Oh my goodness.
In the M series, just M series. It's his 62nd game in just M series.
You know what's the wildest part? I've watched all 62 games. I have seen every single one of those games, whether on the desk or off the desk, just watching the M series in all of the games.
He's heavily decorated. I mean, the only M series that we did not see him in was M4. So, yeah, there's a lot of legacy, there's a lot of history to kind of talk about between both of these teams. Vamos, Team Spirit, formerly Homeboys, there's Volts, and now here they are again on the grand stage to fight it out again. As you are going to see that Mathilda picked up with the Hylos. They're going to go ahead and show some of these cards early.
Team Spirit, they might pick up the Granger as well because they banned out the Hilda. Hilda has been good, making sure that Granger stays far away from the team fight, but without that Hilda, he's going to be free hitting here. And Team Spirit kind of feels like having the Matilda as well as the Hylos is a very good answer to what Vamos shows on the table.
Yeah, I think that, you know, Team Spirit is going to go back to the previous comp that we've seen in game number 1. They want to be able to punish their opponents. They want to be able to run them down. So I think that Vamos may have to pivot in terms of, hey, we need a composition that can fight on a dime but isn't reliant on our ults too much so we don't give a clear flag to TS when they do decide to unleash upon us.
I wonder if Vamos, okay, I was going to say, are they going to go the Sicilian route again? But no, they're going to go in for the Valentina. Now, with Team Spirit, do they still go in for this Joy? I feel like it'll be a little harder, especially with a Valentina able to kind of get a little bit more crowd control to stop that Joy from being as mobile. But for the side of Team Spirit, they definitely have some options on the table. Technically, the Aurora could come out here. We've seen that picked up a lot, especially up against the Valentina. The Eve would have been a great pickup, but you have to risk giving Vamos the RWM.
Yeah. I mean, we saw that Team Spirit is pretty open to pick Sunset Lovers hero last. Like, that's just the Joy. Maybe they have something even crazier for us. Like, I don't know.
Bushin.
Well, they show up the Joy.
No, fun.
No, here's the thing. It's flex, which is crazy. It's flex.
It's flex. It poses a lot of questions whether or not Vamos is going to be able to handle it. Can they even find an early game opportunity against TS? If not, they're going to have to play mid to late. And even so, right now, I'm not seeing a lot of scaling on Vamos' side just yet.
And right now, I feel like the high-value targets are going to be what's going to be ran in the gold lane. I mean, technically, you could go in for the Harith in this situation for Vamos, maybe something that Team Spirit wants to take off the table. The Granger, a high-value target as well, that's still walking for either side, and we have yet to really see what could be in the XP lane, because, I mean, the Katat could be roam still.
Also a possibility. At least we understand that Vamos wants to hold back on what that gold lane pick is going to be first. I like the fact that, you know, Team Spirit, they're just covering their bases, make sure that you start limiting down on the potential options when it comes down to just the roam supports. Maybe even a Tigreal might be a follow-up ban afterwards. We'll see what Ren has in mind just a bit, because now we're looking towards Pops' side, right? If you make the comparison, we don't know where this, we're not exactly sure where this Joy is going to be, but more so the jungler is going to be a lot slower in comparison to the CEO, unless they're trying to play for something scaling or map heavy, like a Ling, or I would hope Alpha.
Something crazy, like maybe Vamos can pick up, I don't know, Fredrin EXP.
Against the high loss?
Against the Joy specifically.
Against the Joy.
Because Fredrin is good against the Joy, and we've seen the evolution of the EXP. It's basically just a second roamer, right? As the timer is about to hit 5 minutes, they're basically going to swap lanes, right? Where the EXP laner will move around the map, and then the jungler will go to the EXP lane and start absorbing those minions. So, you know, it's open, but now the Khalid as well as the Cho gets banned out. So at least for Team Spirit, they're seeing this Gato Kacha to be an EXP laner.
I mean, options are wide open on the table. In terms of the gold lane, the only thing you've seen take out so far was that Bruno in the first phase of the ban. So definitely a comfortability for both Nets and Hiko to be able to get the job done. Now, we got to see, right? If you do go the roam route, I believe Tig is still there. So Tig could go for the side of Vamos.
Wait. I haven't seen Nets use 1-1, but that's an option here because they banned out the Faramis, and one of 1-1's weakness is the Faramis. Because I'm thinking, why do you need to ban the Faramis here?
Exactly. I was thinking the same thing as well. I'm not sure why the Faramis, and then I would imagine that the Loyi would have come first, and then maybe they start thinking of getting rid of Yves, and then force them to play something a little more awkward, right? But now that we're coming into the first picks of the second phase, I want to see how TS is going to respond to this, right? They could get their gold lane very early on, but I would imagine that they want to hold it to the very end unless they are abusing the Joy as the flex pick.
Yeah, because they can pick up a Granger or a Beatrix here, because both options are open, and both Hiko is definitely comfortable with. If they really want reliable late game scaling, then probably the Beatrix. If they just want to bully out lane, then hey, Granger is a good pick.
The Joy has just been such a power pick. It poses a lot of questions, right? Because now you see it in the mid lane, which means you could pick up the Eve.
Okay.
Because it's a flex pick, which means this is going to be Joy in the jungle.
Yeah. All right. Something that I want to point out here, there's two, again, you have the Matilda who's able to enable somebody to dash out of tough situations. You have Joy, who I want to see whether or not Vamos thinks is a true problem. We've seen a couple of answers before, but maybe if they're going to experiment once again, I'm thinking maybe even a Minstar might be possible.
Or Ruby, you know,
or
something
Ruby.
Simple. Yeah, something simple like a Ruby.
A Ruby would be good here. It has a lot of slow and sustainability as well. Like, the problem is the Joy. Who's going to stop this Joy from rushing in? There goes the CC, a great hero to get to the back line.
All right. So they want to win out on that EXP lane. They want to make sure that High Loss is, you know, a little uncomfortable here, but now they can still flex it out. That's why Coach Ren has done a very good job on this red side draft.
Yeah, and right now Vamos is just picking comfort here because the CC is to face up against the High Loss, because that's a winning matchup. And Harif doesn't have a lot of losing matchup and is one of Net's comfort heroes. So Vamos, they're just going on pure comfort, and then we'll see how this works out for them, because there's a chance that Team Spirit can counter this Harif pick.
And now, you know, it poses the question, what's going to be slotted in that gold lane? I mean, there's still pretty much everything on the table minus that Harith. I mean, you can still see the Granger, you can still see the Beatrix sneak up in there. Hiko's definitely got a deadly Beatrix, but you have to worry about that AOG, right? You got to worry about that Gatot getting to the back line, as well as that CC. And there we go.
1-1.
The 1-1.
I mean, I was talking about the 1-1, but I feel like it was going to be a good pick for Vamos, but they're like, you know what? It's open. Might as well give it to Hiko, and Hiko has used the 1-1 before to amazing success. Thank you very much to the panelists, Gideon as well as Steph Weezy, but now we're throwing it over to Brigida as well as Miracle to call this game.
Thank you so much to our panelists. And similar to game number 1, I think we're heading into this match with yet another surprise from Team Spirit. Coach Ren is feeling it today. He's been showing us some unique drafts since game number 1, so we'll see how Vamos will respond to this, because if it's just a matter of comfort, I think they're very much comfortable again with their lineup.
Technically, Ren is the defending champion, right? He was the 5 world champ. So he's a defending coach world champion here at the M6 World Championship. And you can definitely see the experience here. I was thinking maybe something like a Clint to go and double down on the front to back with the Yi, but they go for the 1-1. So extra aggression. Say One Shot wants to go in, 1-1 can do that. If they want to kite back, 1-1 can do that too.
I mean, they didn't really decide to go for a safe option, right? Even the Granger, in terms of range, if we're talking about range, those are some of the options that they can potentially pick up, but they really wanted to go for the aggressive plays. So we'll see if that will really happen in this game, because Vamos, they should have learned their lesson. Team Spirit is really a very methodical team, a very patient team, so they cannot afford to go all out and make the same mistakes once again. So still, of course, not letting go of that potential aggressions, because we're seeing it right now from Zorn, but Team Spirit, they really know how to play around this. But wait, what? Warlord in the EXP lane? Oh, both of the mid laners are in the EXP lane.
It's a full lane swap done by Spirit and Vamos. I think maybe it's because I think Team Spirit initiated this, right? Because there's no way Vamos wanted the mid lane to be where CC would be. He wanted CC to go lane up against Bamba, but because it's such a bad matchup for the Hylos, they decide to lane swap over to the mid lane to give Bamba a better laning phase. And up top, it's basically the same, right? Valentina, it'll go as is. Great setup too, by the way, for a skirmish. Zorn gets in the taunt. One shot still able to dash back and forth. Oh my goodness, that damage smooth with the yo-yos. Even with Bamba and Sawo to provide sustain, it was not enough.
Even with the Revitalize, even with all that, Team Vamos, this is clearly the type of early game that they want to play, and it's something you would expect with the CC in the mid lane. It wasn't directly towards interrupting the jungler of Team Spirit, but then the moment that they saw each other in that Riverside, it inevitably led to that death by one shot, and that's not a great start, definitely, for Team Spirit here. So they would want to get the upper hand for this upcoming turtle that we are about to see. And now that Warlord, though, he's yet to get his level 4. Let's see how they're gonna work around this, because they're bursting it down and they're not letting Team Spirit get near it at all.
Okay, Zorn is all alone. That's the art of UM2. Oh, smooth! Pops in a vengeance. Great stun from Chibi. That's a kill at the current call. Locks Sunset Lover down, but whoa, Bamba able to get the kill back on Smooth. Becomes a 2-2 stat line at this point, but Vamos did take the turtle. Now Chibi trying to go for this invade, but Sawo and Sunset Lover will be able to keep it safe from that invade.
Yeah, and I mean, they tried to at least play it safe, but still get some sort of trades against Team Vamos, even despite all that. And I feel like they wouldn't really want to mine their gold lane as of now, but this isn't quite the best possible scenario for Hiko if we're just going to base it in terms of the matchup. But we've seen a similar scenario for Hiko even in game number 1. Regardless of what kind of matchup you put him against, regardless of the amount of focus you put towards the gold lane, Hiko will just be able to maintain that lane and stay stable throughout the entirety of the game until the moment that you will need him. But Team Vamos, will they proceed with the aggression this time around? Will they want to go for the invades? Because as we're seeing it right now, we're back to the usual laning. And both side lanes of Team Vamos are having a relatively good time.
It's a very good time for Vamos right now. The Harith winning in the lane, up top to CC. That one is the lane we kind of predicted to actually go in favor of Vamos. But even in the jungle, Chibi out farming one shot after getting that kill smooth early. It does look like Chibi is just very, very comfortable. Oh, certainly Eagle over to Warlord. It's going to be the one shot with the electrifying beats as well. No real kill threat as of right now, though. Both teams are able to disengage whenever, and one shot will just bounce away. Chibi stealing it away. Oh, Eco getting punished quite a bit on this 1-1. Not popping the Inspire, and up top, it's a yo-yo battle. Bamba will just accept some of that damage.
We're seeing just what we were all expecting to happen, but this is space for Team Vamos. Oh, but Rico gets spotted by Chibi!
What a read by Chibi! And that sets up perfectly for the next neutral objective. It spawns in right as Hiko died. That should be a free neutral objective.
Yeah, I mean, no one else is probably going to attempt to contest this turtle, knowing that even all the side lanes, the mid lane even showing himself in the mid lane, it's only just Chibi taking that objective. Now they will immediately transition to stealing away this purple buff from a one-shot, but will they be successful in doing so? One-shot still has the retribution, but so does Chibi. And the skirmish is really happening. Oh, they take it away.
That's the combo. The arrow into the retribution. Great usage of the arrow. Get a bit more HP to secure it. One shot will use the retribution on to another camp. And right now, Vamos are leading just with the sheer amount of neutral objective control and farm speed. Does seem like Chibi, every time he gets the Suyo, by the way, he's a neutral objective god. Even when he was up against the Suyo in game number 1, he secured more neutral objectives than one shot.
Yeah, and honestly, this is a great scenario for Team Vamos because even Nets is having a great time. Like, both of them, they're just really able to perform this early into the game, but the real-world manipulation, they go in!
Zorn, very low, circling Eco Horn coming down, real-world manipulation as well. There's AOG, Sunset Lover, flickering out from Chibi. Now it's Hiko, looking for all the weakness points. That's just one more, but he is able to dash away. Now in the mid lane, it's a battle. One shot taken low, taken down by Smooth. Salvo cut down by Chibi and splashed by Warlord. Vamos getting everything on the map.
They're definitely back in the game, and Smooth just denying the rest of the members of Team Spirit from catching up, even being able to handle them all on his own. So that's an immense amount of pressure that's coming in from Team Vamos right now. I feel like for Team Spirit, they really want to play into the team fights. But Team Vamos, they're handling all the split-up fight skirmishes really, really well. And now they're slowly able to convert into objectives. They might want to go for the defense, and they will successfully do so. But the other turrets, they won't be able to save them anymore.
They even need to, use out these retributions inside of their own jungle just to secure it. Chibi, the Rotor's Pathway is placed down by Bamba. RWM as well. The AOG will catch Sunset Lover. Odaton, and that's the chain CC that we saw from Spirit, and now we see from Vamos. Sunset Lover down. Vamos controlling this mid lane. They don't care about the turtle. They want to get more structures.
Now they're the ones doing these 5-man aggressive plays towards Team Spirit. Imagine 6 minutes into the game, exposing one inhibitor turret already for Team Spirit, and they could barely touch Team Vamos' outer turrets. That's how that's the struggle that Team Spirit is actually facing right now.
They can't do anything. Literally, even if they want to commit onto Smooth, there's a vengeance. He can sustain all day. And unfortunately for Spirit, we're just so far behind. That's a 6,000 gold deficit for Spirit. Vamos are going to dictate every step of the way in this game.
Yeah, and if you were Team Spirit, probably you just really want to wait for that particular opening. But I'm liking how Sorn decides to time all of these Avatar of the Guardians, even Sunset Lover not having the best time just yet in this game. Look at that 2k gold lead in Net's hands compared to Hiko. That's a lot. Hiko only got his hands on the corrosion side, and imagine Nets is probably looking to build his holy crystal.
Yeah, that's a quick holy crystal if he gets it before the 8th minute mark. Yeah, Harith is snowballing. One shot. Dashing forward, Chibi. Oh, they get the retribution, gets stunned down. Chibi, this might be a mistake. Strictly Eagle knocks him up. One shot gets the kill. Smooth the backline, looking for the flank. Will tie both of them up, but one shot on Hiko will get the help to revitalize to escape. So they get Chibi, but there's no shutdown. So Vamos are still chill with it.
Yeah, and the second skill really helped a lot for Hiko to be able to find his way out of that curtain call. But this is how you visually see the goal differences that are existing between Team Vamos and Team Spirit right now. Even in terms of their junglers, Chibi, with all the objectives that they were able to secure with the 3 turtles that are in Team Vamos' hands right now, this is one shot. He's finding it very, very difficult to dive in, to look for the targets. Aside from the fact that they're very high in terms of mobility, I don't think at this point One Shot will want to go in alone. Like, Team Vamos, they're doing a really great job just trying to protect Nets. And Team Spirit, Hiko, I don't think he has the liberty to actually just jump around and dance around Team Vamos, considering the amount of burst damage that they could probably throw out at him.
And now it's all about the farming game for Spirit. For Vamos, they can just take it slow as they want. They can constantly just play in the side lanes. And I think even if they force out a team fight, they have the tools necessary. A 6,000. Okay,
there you go.
That's a sign. That's literally the green light with the Holy Crystal to actually go for a fight if Spirit wants to contest. And yeah, there's absolutely no way Spirit wants to contest this. This is a free neutral objective. 4 out of 4 neutral objectives. 3 turtles, 1 lord for Chibi.
And when you see Team Vamos spamming the recalls, or better yet, forming the letter V, that's the indicator that they're definitely in the lead, that they're really dominating the game. And as of the moment, it's looking very much possible because they're just trying to manage the lanes. This is discipline from Team Vamos, but again, they cannot repeat the same mistakes.
Yeah.
One wrong call, one miscoordinated play could eventually turn things around once again for Team Spirit. So now they're looking to just sync up the lanes, but Chibi with one shot! Oh.
Chibi very low. One shot might be dead here. He picks up the Holy Crystal. He's trying to run away. He will be able to run away. Chibi gets the BOD, already using Retribution earlier. Has that bought enough time? Lord of the mid lane. Holy Defense still intact. Will be popped. And the Lord will be cleared out. Whoa. One shot might have actually defended, helped Team Spirit defend from the first Lord.
Yep. And Chibi didn't really risk it anymore, but will he be able to catch one shot? Okay,
my lord.
That was close. The Evil Queller.
A pixel away. That was close. That was real close, man.
Okay.
Hey, one shot. That's he's cold with it. He just stuck by that recall. He committed.
That was so close. But now, at least for Team Spirit, thanks to what one shot has done towards the bottom lane, I think they're able to breathe a little more. That's a magic set.
Wait.
They spot out Smooth and Warlord, but will they go for the actually? They use the Avatar of the Guardian as well for Team Vamos.
Catches Sawo as well. Now Circle Eagle Bomba dismantled by Vamos. Spirit. Oh, wait a minute. Zorn was recalling on him. All right, he gets away from the weakness points. One more. They're all so low. He goes gunning for it. He needs just one more, but he's going to be caught in. Smooth jumps in with a vengeance, takes the double, and punishes Hiko for his overextension. Now with Smooth getting targeted by one shot. He's just there, poked down by Sunset Lover 2. 7 seconds on Bomba, and there's a big wave in the mid lane.
And interestingly enough, it feels like Team Spirit are taking advantage of all the range, the Void Crystals. They're trying to slow Team Vamos down, but will they be able to slow them down?
They're very low. The mini waves will be dealt with. One shot, stay able to survive. Warlord splash of damage. Now the mini wave still available, but Team Vamos in similar fashion